Hey, coming up right now, the influencer known as the Crooked Man going viral. We'll tell you why.
Oh my goodness. Also coming up, identical twins make headlines for their bizarre take on a carjacking.
Yeah, wait till you hear this.
Yeah.
It's really freaky. All right, a new honor for country superstar Dolly Parton could finally take off. I'm voting for this.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. We welcome you. I love having you along for the ride here. James sitting and working on the crew. Of course, James, lets you know what's happening around the world. You're taking care of the floor, huh, buddy?
The floor.
As much as possible.
And every female viewer we have, you can always count on me.
With those mint chip shoes.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with them. You like them. See?
I like them. I've never had mint shoes.
Hey.
Do they? Yeah. Now, are they come in men's?
What they sound men? That's all right. And you like wearing orange shoes. You know.
Yeah.
Mitch,
I got a
Orange
bust
is
on
his
you,
favorite
man.
we rode in your Prius, so you can't.
It's the first. Back up.
It's not
It's
yours.
the wife's Prius.
Can we recreate how to do a turn on a Prius to upset everybody behind you?
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I try to drive so fast. Here's the thing. I get this little thing up on my thing that reports to my insurance about how fast I take off, how fast I slow. And I'm in this Prius all the time. And when you see a Prius, first off, people are like, "Oh, I'm passing this one." And I go, "It's me. I'm the one driving, not my wife."
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
But
Matt
you have a
Doolittle.
sticker of your face on the back of it.
You identify the guy.
Yeah.
All right, Matt's going to do social. What do you got going on? No, he lost out. What's going on with you, Jackson?
Just in case you didn't know who the
I can
guy
cut
was.
you off just as easy as I can on the Prius.
No, because it takes slower for you to cut me off in a Prius.
I can cut you off like that on this show. So let's go.
That's good.
I'm going to start driving
All
my
right.
truck every day.
Boomers have a problem with Gen Z. And this is why. They say that there are shocking things that Gen Z cannot do, that they cannot believe, that they don't have the skill for
Okay,
this.
let's
All right,
lay
you
it
ready
out.
for this
Let's
one?
see what it is.
5 on the list. Gen Z has no clue how to count change.
Yep.
Oh,
That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Well,
true.
Everybody pays in cards.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
probably
But
why.
if you pay in cash, you go into a gas station or you buy snacks or
You
food,
go up
you
and-
go up, you pay with a 20, you get change back.
Right.
You get change, so like if it's 35, you get, that's how I have to do it. I go, all right, 5 would make 40, and then I go, dime would make 50 cents, and then so that's how that's how I have to do
They
it.
just,
Count
they just
change.
take it and leave.
Yeah, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, all
They
right.
cheated.
They don't know how to tell time with a clock that has hands.
Oh,
That
come
drives
on.
me
That
nuts.
is nuts.
Yeah.
How do you not know how to
Yeah,
tell?
right.
I mean, we do have a clock in our office that doesn't work, so.
Well,
It's always
It's
yes.
right twice.
But if you're in an airport and there's a clock on the wall, and they don't know how to tell time.
I prefer an analog clock because I break everything down as a pie, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how I go, all right, I know this is 15 minutes and I take that 5, just like
Yeah.
I do change. But I have to I have clocks everywhere in my house, everywhere.
You
I
love
have
a good
to-
clock.
I love an analog clock.
A few more on the list. They don't know how to unclog a toilet using a plunger.
Oh, come on!
They know how to clog them, don't they?
With all their hippie
Basic
food.
need, truly unbelievable. They don't know how to do it. They do not know how to address a piece of mail, an envelope, and how do you address it? They do
Like
not know
where
how
what
to.
goes where.
Yes.
Because they don't send. Okay, I
Right.
can buy into that.
They
And a
don't-
lot of times, if you do send up a bill, it's prepaid, and you just put it
Right.
inside the envelope.
But
And you pay online.
Write checks.
Right
Well,
checks.
most-
That's.
well,
I think that's part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's
write check.
paying online. Yeah, that's the reason. Just like with change.
Yes. All right. And the number one thing on the list, they do not know how to read a standard map and figure out directions without GPS.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, we used to have to print out,
Yeah.
Google Maps.
How did
Yes.
you survive back in the day, Dad?
I don't know.
That is true.
I mean,
I
you really
drove in
think
Los
about it.
Angeles with a Thomas Brothers guide on my lap.
Yes.
Everywhere I went. So it's like, and you're like trying to find this page down here goes to this page over here.
I was my dad's navigator with the thing out when we'd go on road
So
trips.
you know how to read
yeah,
maps.
Yeah.
So for the Gen Zers watching here, we get it because there were things that we didn't know growing up as well.
Yes.
But so when you go on, like you don't know how to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know how to write a freaking check, so shut up.
There's a whole
What's up, Dad? On the
There's
clock.
an entire YouTube series of Gen Zers or whatever.
Yeah.
looking how to write a check.
Yeah, I believe
It's a
that.
whole,
Yeah.
it's a whole joke because they're like,
But
I don't,
how-to
what do you,
videos,
why do you have to
But-
write it out?
But in their defense, it's like in the future they probably don't even. That's probably something we don't. It's like a pinky. Eventually, we're not going to have our pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? It's just evolution. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to need those things. So
I like
I
my
understand
pinky
that.
toe.
And
like
as
an
long
appendix.
as long as Gen Z has parents, they will get it done no matter what, right?
parents will get it done.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If they need to write a check, hey Dad, can you write this
Yeah.
check out for me?
The parents will do it for them.
I don't want to come down off the Gen Z. I can get
No.
it because there were things when we,
Sure.
our Generation X, when we were a kid, with the baby boomers, they were probably complaining
So
about us.
is cursive and learning how and knowing
They're
how
not
to write
teaching
a letter?
cursive.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
right.
still something that's needed?
See, I think those things are still basic because let's say the power goes out. Like, recently in Spain, they had that
Yep.
huge power outage and you can't use your phone, you can't use your
about
GPS, you
that.
can't go to the ATM and get money. If you don't know how to pay in cash, you're not going to be able to buy anything. If you can't use your phone with GPS, how are you going to get from A to B if you don't know how to read a map? Those are all basic things that wouldn't be bad to know.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
And when the aliens take over and we're all
the
screwed, we
mushroom
don't have
people.
electronics, and the mushroom people,
mushroom
right?
people.
We're all done. It's fine.
watch The Last of Us.
Yes.
I believe that. And how are we going to teach people to cut off Priuses? All right, we have got to get this nation in
I don't think
order.
you have to
Well,
teach
you got to give them a
people.
peace sign and drive by and go,
and-
oh, enjoy your vegan
And
meal.
By the way, when I get home, I'm going to tell my wife there is a little space around the back fender on this side that doesn't have one of those hippie stickers on it. So if she needs she has them all over her. I love my wife to death.
She's
We are
lovely.
completely opposites when it
You
comes to stuff like
are.
that.
That
but
is true.
She just wants everybody to love each other. I get it.
Yeah.
So love me when I'm cutting you off.
In your Prius going very slow.
You can't cut people off in a
Well,
Prius.
no, that's the issue. It's like if we are. No, I can't. What did I say? Remember, hey, when we were coming back from Cape Canaveral, this guy remember that had the effects on it and the spoiler and everything? And I went by and you just got passed by
there
a
was like this
Prius.
Honda with numbers on it, racing
Really
stuff. And he goes,
loud.
you just got passed by.
A Prius, dude, you ain't all that cool. Okay, I mean, like
As we went by with this one.
and guess
All show, no go.
I still will make it there before they do because I don't have to stop at a gas station.
Oh.
But you did have to stop at
Yeah.
the gas station when we got there.
Rub it in.
But
It was
I
like
could have made it all the way up.
$12.
The best thing about that is if you run out of gas in a Prius, it'll still have the electric for a certain amount of time here. We got somebody running around on a roof.
I
Let
hope
me
it's okay.
jump into what's happening, some trending news stories.
Yes.
Y'all see this? I want you to look at your screen. A 19-year-old influencer, he's known as the Crooked Man, is pretty much catching on, David. If we can roll up, there we go. David, there we go. Is showing off his bizarre body transformation. The twist? He's only working out one side of his body.
Come on.
He recently showed a clip of him showing the results of his body of just using one of his traps for 158 days. He's also been working out one bicep and one leg. You can imagine users on social media had plenty of questions as why? Well, some share concerns about his long-term health problems. One person said, don't try this at home advice has never made more sense than this. His purpose is like, you know what? So many people are getting on social media showing how pretty they are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look ugly is what his basis is about this.
So
That's scary.
Yeah, the whole point is he just wants attention and clicks and likes.
100%.
It's, again, social media, TikTok, Instagram, it is the modern day freak show.
And if you want to find out more, let's go right to the source. We actually have the Crooked Man in our control room
We
right
do?
now. Crooked Man, there he is, right there.
There you go.
Is that our Crooked Man? Keegan,
He said he's waiting for his million.
He ain't working
He's
out
been
nothing.
working the board with one hand. Keegan, stand up and look at the camera in the control room. Somebody gets a good look.
got a
at you.
huge
Okay,
forearm.
hurry,
What's his
Now,
DJ name?
take a step over. Walk over by. We can't
That way.
see you.
This was not
That-
rehearsed, ladies
No.
and
All right, now
gentlemen.
show us your muscles.
Yeah.
Muscles.
There we
There
go.
we go. Look at that gun.
Look at that gun.
Look at that gun. Look at
Buddy, you're
that gun.
not in Detroit anymore. There's sunshine and there's
Got a
places to work
slingshot.
out.
That's not a gun. That's a slingshot.
Keegan's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
Identical twins are making headlines for an interview with a news crew about their
is
mom
crazy.
being carjacked. Take a look.
Listen to this.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum, and he went up there, and he was coming back down towards us, and he goes, "Run! He's got a gun!" And our heart started to pound, and I said, "Oh, Mum, where's Mum?" And poor Mum was stuck up there, but apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face.
That is crazy,
Right,
right?
and that's, while they are in Sync Answers, it stunned viewers. The 50-year-old twins say it's a result of their lifelong bond.
I got to tell you, so really quickly, I got hired out in Salt Lake City. John Rossi has a twin brother.
Yes.
They took me out to lunch for the first time. I didn't know they did this thing
Yeah.
where they finish each other's sentences, and I didn't know who to look at or what to do. It is the weirdest thing that these twins have. And it's not uncommon.
It's a cool bond.
It's a very cool. I wish they did that.
Something funny is going on, and it's happening every morning on Broadway and Friends on great radio stations all across the U.S. of A. Broadway, T-Wall, Mitch Pancake English, and Sweet Becca. Broadway and Friends, 4 mics, 0 filters, and more opinions than your Aunt Cheryl's Facebook feed. Broadway and Friends. Want to join the madness? Hit up BroadwayandFriends.com.
Spell out the word "and."
And jump into the deep end, blasting for the back road to the big leagues. Broadway and Friends. The most fun you can have with your radio on.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. Are you regretting filing your taxes because you missed a few write-offs or you missed the deadline? Our tax maven, aka the Sassy Accountant Shantel Williams, is here to save you. Shantel, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So what is more painful than realizing you forgot a huge tax write-off after you hit the submit button? And what can you do about it after the fact?
Well, if it's a huge number that could possibly affect you, I'd go ahead and file an amended taxes. But if it's something that's small, that only like a couple dollars here and there, just let it go and move on with life. It's not worth the trouble you have to go through.
Yeah, let's just hope that the universe will bring it back to you in some way, shape, or form, right?
Right.
What are some of the easiest deductions families forget about taking every year?
Oh, childcare expenses. Some people forget that if they pay for aftercare or kids' sports, mileage for medical, like if you had to go to a doctor's appointment, you can get credit for the miles for that. Charitable contributions, donations at church, and even student loan interest, even if you're not making payments, are some of the things that people forget.
Let's talk a little bit more about kids because we know they can cost us a fortune. How else can they help pay us back when it comes to our taxes?
Summer camp. You can get credit for summer camp. And a lot of us, especially if you have little ones, I had twins that were at summer camp at one time and it got expensive. So summer camp is something you can do a deduction for. School donations or school supplies that you've given to the school, things that you've given to PTA, things like that. And then, believe it or not, you can get credit for your babysitter. If you needed a babysitter over the weekend or something like that, or even at night, if you work or second job, you can get credit for your babysitter.
Okay, that's a good one. And it's got to be legit too, so don't forget about that. What about some of the tax credits that most of us are overlooking, aside from the ones that you've mentioned?
Oh, your 529 plan, if you are paying for prepaid college or something like that, a savings plan, people forget about that. Also, any energy efficiencies. If you have a smart car that's a chargeable car, if you have panels on your home, things that'll help energy on the over the long haul, is things that people forget to claim a lot of times on their taxes that it could make a difference, up to thousands.
So let's say someone missed the deadline. Should we panic, move to a remote island, crawl under a rock? What are some of the ways we can redeem ourselves?
First of all, don't panic. If you're owed a refund, it's okay. Just go ahead and file your taxes. But if you have to pay back, I'm going to say do what you can ASAP so you can stop the interest. And another way to stop that interest is file an extension. It takes a few minutes to do. If you do it on IRS's website, that's irs.gov, and file an extension yourself, or you can get with a preparer to do so. But that'll stop the pain and the bleeding just a little bit. If you owe.
Okay, we've heard of medical expenses being deductible. How about the emotional damage caused by doing your taxes? We kid. What real medical related deductions should families not miss out on? I know you mentioned a few. Are there a few more?
You're right. So there is a few more. You have dental and vision. A lot of people miss out on dental and vision. If you're blind like me, you're getting contacts, you're getting prescription. My son, he can't see. We're always at the doctor getting new glasses. If you get things like tint put in your glasses or transitional stuff added to your glasses. If you have bifocals and you're really blind, it's okay. I am too. Those things you can actually add to it. And for dental expenses, dental gets very expensive. So keep a track of all of your dental expenses because those are things that adds up, especially if your children have braces, if you have some major work that needs to be done, if you had a toothache and you're trying to save it, definitely keep your receipts from medical and from your dental and vision because it'll go a long way.
Yeah, definitely. Quickly, just a few seconds left. Piece of advice for families to prepare for next season, make it a lot less stressful, maybe even more affordable.
Yes, if you have a part-time gig, there's a lot of people this year that didn't get a chance to count their part-time gigs. Do it. Save up the information from your miles. If you do Uber, if you're going out and grabbing groceries, if you babysit, cook, or do some kind of dishes or something as a side job. I know somebody who does folding and laundry. So if you do those things, make sure that you actually keep that information because you can claim it on your taxes. It'll help you get some money back.
She is the Sassy Accountant. Thank you, Shantel. For more information on anything we discussed here, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Mitch.
Thank you there, AJ. And then there's this. All right, Billy, the women's body care brand, just cranked up a weird, I guess you could say, just a little bit, with a new ad campaign in New York City. It's basically giant scratch and sniff armpit posters. No. All to promote their new aluminum-free deodorant called Cocoa Villa. Not making this up. People can actually and literally stop on the street, give it a good scratch, then sniff a tropical beach party under, well, someone's arm. Different posters have different scents, and yes, because this is 2025, it's already blowing up on TikTok. The main setup is near Penn Station, and it runs all the way through mid-May because, after all, nothing says New York like a giant armpit in your face, am I right? And because New Yorkers, well, they're not weird enough already. Now you get to watch grown adults scratching billboards like they're trying to win a radio contest or something like that. The folks over there at Billy say that it's actually all about breaking the stigma around body care, but let's be real, it's mostly about making you sniff a stranger's imaginary pit in public. Am I right or wrong on that?
I think you're right.
There's so many other nasty smells in New York.
True.
It would be a nice little break, and you don't even have to scratch those. Alrighty, we have got more of today's trends and tomorrow's talks, right, Jackson?
Yes, right here on Daily Flash.
We're out.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. J.T. Habersat has been hailed as the godfather of punk rock stand-up comedy. Welcome into the spotlight, J.T.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You said in your new book, you felt that there wasn't really a proper oral history style book on stand-up out there.
I've always been a fan of oral history style books.
Yeah.
Where you let the performers speak for themselves. The goal was to create something that, like you said, you could read in short bursts if you wanted to, but my hope is that you're going to be hooked on it and want to finish it.
Yes.
Straight through. Eddie Pepitone and the Patton Oswalts and Maria Bamfords are all in there. But there's a lot of comics in there, too, that are working class comics that may be less household names that I want people to kind of discover.
There are a lot of applicable things in this book that can apply to a lot of different other parts of lives.
For sure, yeah, it's performer focused.
Yes.
You know, and so it's kind of a reveal behind the curtain.
Make sure to pick up your copy of Doing Time, Comedians Talk Stand-Up. Also, you can learn more about JT and what he is up to at jtcomedy.com.
Catch The Scene with Doreen every Wednesday at 38 past the hour, only on Daily Flash.
All right, as we keep moving along here on Daily Flash, it's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Well, they're back, and the con is on as Leverage Redemption Season 3 hits Prime Video.
We fix things. We stop bad guys. Nobody stops.
And today, we have the honor, the privilege of conning the scum of the scum.
And what am I gonna wear? This is gonna be fun.
The leverage team returns like modern-day Robin Hoods with elaborate cons and schemes to make the rich and powerful pay for their crimes against the weak and poor.
Yeah, I mean, we always have to. The great thing about us is this, like I've said before, there's never going to be a shortage of bad guys. You know, you can open up the paper or watch the news and find out what the next script's going to be about if you don't have an idea. You know what I mean? So that's what works for our show. Shows like, CSI and Law and Order is that we're always going to be somebody to take down, right, from the headlines. But we had some new directors come in. We got to keep it new. We can't just keep doing the old stuff, because it gets boring. So it was a lot of fun this season to watch what some of the writers came. We have an outstanding writers room, so it's really fun. John Rogers is back at the helm, so he was in control of that, which was nice.
And I think that people need the feel-good factor of this show. I mean, it takes me back to my growing up years where I was raised on Charlie's Angels and the A-Team and Magnum PI and Hawaii Five, all those brilliant classic shows that you could watch multi-generational. You could watch it with your grandma, your parents, your siblings, your friends. And I think that having that Leverage and Leverage Redemption really fills that space for a lot of people.
There's also a lot of other writers that have never been on the show before, and they bring these really fresh takes on things that are happening in the world, things that are in the zeitgeist. And we even dip into a little horror episode that's like kind of scary, and there's really fun things. And then we all dance the line as producers and, actors as, look, we know the challenges that are out there. We're going to dip into those and take down the bad guys, but we're also going to keep that levity and fun that people are also looking forward to seeing each episode.
This time this time we're meeting the moment, and it's something we haven't really done before, and it elevates the show and it makes it that much more interesting. It's still fun, it's still leverage, but the fact that it literally speaks to the things that people are freaking out about is kind of amazing.
Leverage Redemption is escapism television at its best as the team fights the good fight with fun and intriguing setups, terrific stunts, and humor, making the show a fan favorite. Again, check out Leverage Redemption Season 3 and all its past episodes and seasons, streaming on Prime Video. It gets an A and is rated TV-14. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Still have a whole lot of Daily Flash left. I mean, a bevy of it. But guess what?
Yes.
If you want it, it's always there waiting for you no matter where you are.
On the website,
On the web.
my friend, dailyflashshow.com. Don't worry about the www.
You don't have to-
You just put in Daily Flash Show and you'll find that website just like that.
We love having you and love hearing from you as well.
You
on
can
our
sound
website.
off!
Sound off is the coolest because it sends the emails. We all get them. If you want to talk about me, everybody will read it. So
Yes.
you don't have to worry about just me getting it. Anyway, sound off, they can do that. We also have preview review there, and all the segments you see in the show are waiting for you on our website, open right now at dailyflashshow.com.
If you've missed anything and you want to rewatch it or you heard about it from a friend and you're like, wait, I missed the show, all you do, head to the website and you'll find some great search tabs. You'll be able to find it easily.
We love having you there. Again, website dailyflashshow.com. More today's trends, tomorrow's talk when we return.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, I'm Mitch English.
Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's talk.
Hope everybody's having a fantastic day.
Yes.
You wake up, let's say you're in Rockport, Massachusetts. You come out to your
Okay.
car and you're like, man, what is going on? Somebody attacked my mirror on my car, right? And then come to find out, it happened to your neighbor and it happened to your another neighbor. Actually, and they couldn't figure out what it was.
Oh, I bet I know.
It was a woodpecker. A woodpecker had been flying around Rockport, Massachusetts, and going up to car mirrors and just, doing what
It's
woodpeckers
the animals
do.
coming against us. It's like the orcas taking down ships.
Woody's coming around, and
Woody Woodpecker had enough.
He's after this. 25 car mirrors because of this woodpecker.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and they're like, well, and the good news is folks are like saying, hey, what are you gonna do?
Does he have insurance?
Yeah.
Do we put him down? What do we do?
Oh, Maddie.
Put him down.
A gator bites someone, we put it down. A woodpecker. $500 mirror.
I'm
You get a
assuming
cat.
This is going to be on the insurance commercial. We're like, you're not going to believe that a woodpecker pecked out
Who's
my
going to tell us about it?
State Farm.
No, it's the guy with that's Jay.
Come on, Allstate?
Yeah,
Jake from State Farm?
No.
Geico?
I need you guys to shut up so I can think of the guy's name.
The guy from Superman.
Thank you. He's the editor and
He was in the drum movie.
Man, he goes, it's for farmers insurance.
Yes.
I can't think of the guy's name, but I can think of the insurance.
And anyway, yes, but that's exactly who I'm thinking of.
He's the guy. He plays the editor in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's the newspaper editor.
Oh, the dude
guy.
from Red
J.R.
J.K.
Simmons.
Thank you.
Okay.
By the way, get up and work anytime you can there.
Oh, we had 2 teeth removed.
Well, you know what happened the last time you were in a chair laying and sleeping, don't you? They took 2 teeth out. What do you think will happen here? Take a shot at it. There you go. Can we get you something? Can you get him a drink or something? Can you get him something to spit in?
Like a platoon?
You get a cup?
You can't even spit.
spit. Get him a straw.
Hey, Matt.
Get him a straw.
No, straws are bad too.
Straws are bad too.
All right.
An IV. What else?
Lord.
I'll let.
Okay.
We're
going to do a live IV
Brady, we
drip.
got to give you help.
We do.
All righty. Moving
If
forward.
we didn't love you, we wouldn't tease you.
We love you.
It's our love
It's our
language.
love language.
Teasing.
If you don't believe me, go buy a Prius and we'll really give you that.
I don't need a Prius.
Okay, good.
I don't know which I would prefer, a Kia Soul or a Prius.
The Kia.
Yes, Soul. Hey, here's the thing. Are you still under? Because you're admitting things I would never know anyway. Brady, we love you.
All right, a pair of Nashville creatives started an online petition to rename the city's airport after music legend Dolly Parton. The pair launched a change.org petition to have Nashville International Airport renamed in honor of the native country legend. The duo said they first started discussing a campaign a couple years ago. So far, the petition has recorded more than 50,000 signatures.
Where do I sign? Do I have to be a Tennessee resident? Because I want to be on that list to sign. I think this woman deserves it. You know, they're saying that if you saw that graphic that we had popped up there, it said that there's only a certain amount of airports named after women. And I don't think we should make it a woman thing. This is a woman that has given her money, has given her life to help other people, first off.
This isn't about gender, this is about merit.
Yeah. And by the way, if you want to fly into Amelia Earhart Airport, good luck to you.
We might never see you again.
Right, exactly. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's one thing I want to see is Dolly Parton. And everywhere. She does so much, and you guys know I'm a huge Dolly Parton.
She pushed the COVID vaccine.
Yes.
She was like the main...
I'm waiting for the double D, triple E.
I was going to ask about, does it have 2 big terminals and
It's
nice
going to
landing
make...
strip?
She's ready for it.
A nice landing strip. James!
What? I just asked what it looked like.
Good night, everybody. I need you to get in that chair. We need to put you on.
We need you to get a Mitch's Prius and go home.
There we go. Dolly, I will vote. We need to be flying into Dolly. Yeah. Daily Flash's vote of confidence. Dolly.
We should do a live show from Dollywood.
I would love, yes, 100%. If that's what we do,
wouldn't that be fun?
Dollywood, we would love to do our show from here. We want you to come back right after this because we got so much more fun. It's better than the music you hear at your dentist's office, Braden. Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English, along with Andrea Jackson. No doubt, spring's here. Summer road trip season is also upon us. And join us now, our Sabre Cook and Madeline Stewart from the Porsche Carrera Cup.
Yes, I think with road trip season upon us, my top tip is probably to be prepared and plan ahead. It's really important that you map out your journey, you know where you're going, but also where you're stopping, where you're going to fill up your car full of gas, and also where you're going to fuel yourselves.
And absolutely remember to check those distractions. Distracted driving is a major cause of crashes on the road, so as tempting as it may be, Try not to scroll on your phone, pick your playlist ahead of time so you're not fumbling for the music, and just stay focused so that way you can get where you're going safely and others can too.
A lot of people don't actually know this, but Exxon and Mobil offer everyday drivers the same Synergy Supreme Plus fuel that we both use in our Porsche Carrera Cup cars. So their Synergy Supreme Plus fuel is designed to keep your engine 3 times cleaner, which improves your performance and also the efficiency. So I'd highly recommend on your road trip finding an Exxon or Mobil fuel station to fill up at.
Well, we're so excited to be racing at Miami alongside Formula One, and for any big race like this, we have to prepare mentally and physically. So that includes reviewing data from previous race seasons, working with our engineer to hone in on the setup of the car for maximum performance, visualizing the track so we can be fully prepared going into the race weekend, but also physically we need to make sure we eat great nutrition, get lots of rest, good hydration because it's going to be really hot here in Miami, and just going in with a great mindset so that way we're focused and set for the weekend ahead. But also something that's really exciting about race weeks here in the US for Porsche Carrera Cup North America, ExxonMobil offers ExxonMobil Rewards Plus members 3 times the points during our Porsche Carrera Cup race weekends, which means you can earn 18 points per gallon or up to 18 cents per gallon for any future purchases after you go to the pump using an Exxon or Mobil station. So if we're winning on the track, you're winning at the pump.
They can find more information at exxon.com. And also if they are interested in any information about Porsche Carrera Cup, they can find it at porschecarreracup.us.
Well, the future of shopping is ushering in a bold new era for commerce using AI agents. Here to explain how AI is changing the way we buy is Mark Nelson, Global Head of Consumer Products for Visa.
Hi, I'm Mark Nelson, Global Head of Consumer Products for Visa. I'm really excited to be here to share more about a new initiative that we announced at Visa's Global Product Drop event. And this is going to transform shopping. It's called Visa Intelligent Commerce. It lets people shop and buy with AI. Visa can now empower AI agents to deliver personalized, secure shopping experiences. And right now, millions of people are already using AI to find things online, but it really stops at completing a purchase. And that's because payments are really complicated and it requires a lot of trust and security. And that's Visa's specialty. So we're partnering with top AI technology companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, Perplexity, and many more to enable payments within their popular AI models. We're making it possible for AI agents to browse, select, manage, and purchase on a consumer's behalf, safely and securely. Imagine you want tickets to a popular concert. Rather than waiting in the queue, your AI agent can do that. You can set controls and preferences like number of tickets, the budget, and where you want to sit. Then your agent can do all the work and come back to get your permission to make the purchase. It can really remove some of the tedious parts of shopping, and it makes it so much more personalized. And this is really the next wave of commerce, and Visa is at the center of building the technology to ensure consumers are in control and payments are easy, safe, and secure. Check out our latest AI innovations at visa.com.
Hey, are you ready to upgrade your home into a smart home? Tech expert Mark Saltzman is here with some of his favorite innovations and easy tech fixes. Hey, Mark.
Hi, thank you for having me on the Daily Flash. And yes, I've partnered with some great brands to turn your home sweet home into a home smart home. For the summer months, you're going to want the Eero Outdoor 7. It brings fast Wi-Fi 7 speeds outside with reliable coverage up to 15,000 square feet to power fun experiences like streaming sports and DJing pool parties, or for more practical purposes like security cameras at the edge of your property. This is weatherproof Wi-Fi with IP66 protection against dust, rain, and snow, and can operate in extreme temperatures. And the easy app-based install includes mounting accessories for virtually any surface. And T-Mobile 5G home internet is great if you need affordable, reliable Wi-Fi, especially during moving season. Whether you're renting, buying, or relocating this summer, it's an easy, hassle-free way to get connected. Plus, right now, you can get up to a $300 gift card when you sign up. Plans start at just $35 a month and include a 5-year price guarantee. And some plans even come with perks like free subscriptions to Hulu, Paramount Plus, and more. Now, for a simple way to keep your delivered Amazon packages safer, I'm a huge fan of Amazon Key in-garage delivery, a secure and convenient way to help protect your orders from theft and bad weather by placing deliveries inside your garage. Whether it's for Amazon.com, Amazon Fresh, or Whole Foods Market, it's compatible with most smart garages and is exclusively available for Prime members. Setup is simple and can be done in the Amazon app. Just shop like you normally would and then choose Key Delivery at checkout. It's that easy. And did you know that water damage accounts for nearly a quarter of all home insurance claims? Well, to help, the Mow & Flow Smart Water Monitor and Shutoff connects to your home's main supply line to proactively notify you of any leaks, a burst pipe, or issues like running toilets and faucet drips. If something is detected, the water supply can automatically shut off, perfect for when you're away from home, and notify you via the Mow app, allowing you to monitor and control problems from anywhere at any time. And finally, over the past 25 plus years, Vivint has become a leader in advanced smart home tech, now part of NRG. The brand is fusing smart home innovation and security with energy management. With rising summer electricity bills, you can claim control of your energy usage and ultimately reduce costs. Vivint offers seamlessly connected devices from lighting to HVAC and more, all controlled via a central app. Every system includes professional installation and 24/7 customer support and monitoring. For details on everything I've covered here today, just visit inthenews.tv.
Hey, summer is almost here, and with it come seasonal updates and quick household makeovers. Lifestyle and home design expert Kelly Edwards joins us with her latest tips and tricks to get everything in order, inside and out.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes. Okay, so let's start in the laundry room because truthfully, I love laundry and it is one of the places that my husband and I excel at. And the reason why is we absolutely love our LG washer and dryer. Love this brand. They make everything easy. They have innovative laundry solutions like their wash tower and their wash combo, which are sleek and space-saving solutions honestly designed for today's lifestyle. They have built-in intelligence, they have intuitive controls, and they have quiet, efficient performance. So when I say it makes laundry easier, it makes it faster, and it makes it more enjoyable, you can take it from me. It absolutely does, and you can go to LG.com. Now, I love laundry, but I love having summer parties more, and obviously if you're gonna do that, you need to have your home ready, and Cricut makes that easy for you this summer. Now, I love their Cricut Joy Extra. This is perfect for making those small touches if you're having people over, things like welcome signs, maybe some tea towels. This machine is so easy to use. It can cut up to 50 plus materials. I'm talking about vinyl, cardstock, maybe some iron-ons. It's super compact. It fits into any space, so no craft room required. You don't have to have crafting experience. You can go to Cricut.com, but it's a great way to spruce up your home for the summer. Now, speaking of entertaining, obviously we love to entertain outside in the summer months, but we need to make sure that our spaces are clean and clear. And one of the ways that you can do that is with Clorox disinfectant bleach. Now, we all know that warm weather conditions really bring that mold and mildew to grow on these surfaces. If you use this, it will clean, it'll disinfect, and it will eliminate those odors and stain caused by that mold and mildew on those hard, non-porous surfaces. Now, you can use this on plastic lawn chairs, you can use it on sealed wood picnic tables, so much more. Once you use this, it will keep your outdoor spaces fresh. You will be ready for that summer hosting, and you will be ready for that barbecuing. Now, speaking of barbecuing, we cannot have a summer party without an amazing grill, and I am joined today by Ninja's Flex Flame. Now, I love this grill. It's Ninja's first propane outdoor cooking system. It's a 5-in-1, so it grills, it smokes, it roasts, it griddles, and you can even make pizza in it. Now, what it has is it has an exclusive cyclonic heat IQ technology. So it circulates that heat evenly throughout the grill, so you get a faster, more flavorful result than traditional grills. Now, beginners to experts doesn't matter. You can create impressive meals under $1,000. NinjaKitchen.com, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Bass Pro Shop, or even Amazon. Go to any of these places and you can find everything there. You can obviously go to my Instagram, which is Kelly Edwards Inc., and I'll be posting about everything.
Well, there is no doubt that wildfires can cause devastation whether you live in the city or even outside of it. And that's why being prepared is everything. Michelle Steinberg with the National Fire Protection Association has more.
We're looking at the outside of the home and everything around it within just a few feet, really. So looking at your roof, gutters, porches, decks, right around the base of the home for anything that could ignite. If you see a lot of accumulation of leaves and needles, that's where to start cleaning out to make sure that fire approaching isn't going to touch your home. The home ignition zone is a phrase coined by research scientists who study how homes ignite during wildfire, realizing we can prevent those ignitions if we look at the outside of the home, as I mentioned, any places that can catch embers, and moving out to a maximum of 100 feet to basically prevent fire from catching hold of anything that could bring the fire to the home structure. So that includes decks, fences, and porches. I'd love you to visit wildfireprepday.org to get more information about all kinds of practices you can do, get free info from us, and learn more.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. A woman who comes looking for her younger sister only to discover she's disappeared into the strange world of a wealthy family. This is today's must-watch limited series, Sirens.
Keep on trying me. Listen up, everyone. It is Labor Day weekend. The Kells are entertaining every day. All details flow through me.
There's a transient person at the house asking for you. She's carrying hot garbage. She says she's your sister.
No. I told you Dad got diagnosed with early onset dementia, and you said a fruit basket!
Welcome, ladies. Sips and nibbles are in the back.
What is this place? And why does everyone look like an Easter egg? Is this still their property?
Michaela, she's my boss. I get to call her Kiki. It's a really special honor.
Hey! Whoa, is she holding a scepter?
Who's this?
This is my sister.
I didn't know you existed.
Trust me, Simone and I are very close.
Then why didn't she tell me about you?
Where are your tattoos?
I removed them.
Our matching sister tattoo?
Kiki said it was trashy.
My sister seems to really worship your wife.
Yeah, Kiki has that effect on people.
Breath?
10 out of 10.
Mine?
Take my gum.
Dad keeps asking me where you are. You don't feel any responsibility for him.
He didn't feel any responsibility for me.
I love who I am here. I am the only person who has always had your back. Kiki has my back.
I'm not the monster that you think I am.
She's got like a weird power.
All of us do.
These are the best times of your life.
This Michaela bitch has her talents so deep in your brain
Hey.
that you can't even tell you're in trouble.
This is the happiest I've ever been.
We have got to get out of here. No one knows you like a sister. No one loves you better.
There was a scene with gum, and I thought I was going to lose Mitch forever.
I'm
shaking.
disgusted by that. That is and I'm not watching the movie now because of that.
Because of that scene.
I love Julianne Moore.
And Kevin Bacon.
And Kevin Bacon. Y'all take care. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to go freak out.